Hi guys, today I'm going to do a bookshelf tour. I've been wanting to film a bookshelf tour for a while now, and now that it's summer I finally have the time to do it. I have never done a bookshelf tour before, so I'm very excited to film one. So let's just get started and I hope you enjoy this video. So these are my bookshelves. They are Billy bookshelves from IKEA, like every booktuber ever has these bookshelves. And I am very happy with the way that they look at the moment. I just love my bookshelves to look very pretty. So this is my first shelf. It has some contemporaries on it, some Dutch books and also one series. So we have Stuck by Judith Visser, The Best of Adam Sharp by Graham Simpson, the Dutch editions of The Rosie Project and The Rosie Effect by Graham Simpson, the Dutch editions of Bridget Jones's Diary, Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason and Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy by Helen Fielding, Room by Emma Donoghue, the Dutch edition of The Wedding by Nicholas Sparks, The Shallow Graves by Jennifer Donnelly, the Dutch edition of If I Stay by Gail Foreman, the Dutch editions of Me Before You, After You and The 1+1 all by Jojo Moyes, The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, Looking for Alaska and An Abundance of Catherine all by John Green, and Will Grayson by John Green and David Levitin, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Kibosky, and I probably pronounced that last name wrong, and Fairest, Stars Above, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress and Winter, all by Marissa Meyer. Here we have some more contemporaries, mostly thrillers and some more Dutch books. I See You by Claire McIntosh, You by Caroline Kepnes, My Sister Rosa by Justine Larbalestier, my favorite standalone at the moment. The Dutch edition of What the Dead Know by Laura Lipman, The Husband's Secret, Big Little Lies and Truly Madly Guilty all by Leanne Moriarty, The Circle by Dave Eggers, Hate List by Jennifer Brown, The Perfect Girl by Gilly Macmillan, The Cuckoo's Calling and The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith aka J.K. Rowling. So here we have a lot of thrillers of my favorite Dutch author Simone van der Vlucht. So we have Toen het donker werd, In mijn dromen, Aan niemand vertellen, De Reunie, Vraag niet waarom, Op klaarlichte dag, Morgen ben ik weer thuis, Blauw water en Schaduwzuster. The Dutch edition of 90 Minutes by Jodie Picoult, and it was only €5 as you can tell. The Dutch edition of Leaving Poppy by Kate Cann, and this was one of my absolute favorite books when I was younger. And Ink by Alice Broadway. And here we have my first Harry Potter shelf. And first of all I have some Pop Funkos here, so I have Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, and of course Harry Potter. And then I also have a chocolate frog, and if you want to see all of my Harry Potter stuff in more depth, then you should go watch my Harry Potter collection video. I have a whole video about all my Harry Potter stuff and I will put a link to that down below in the description box. These are my Dutch editions of the entire Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. So we have Harry Potter en de Steen der Wijze, Harry Potter en de Geheime Kamer, Harry Potter en de Gevangene van Azkaban, Harry Potter en de Vuurbeker, Harry Potter en de Orde van de Phoenix, Harry Potter en de Halfbloedprins, and Harry Potter and the Relieken van de Dood. I also have the 4 house editions of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, so Slytherin, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. My UK hardcover editions of the Harry Potter series, so Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince and The Deathly Hallows. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay by J.K. Rowling, and the script of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child parts 1 and 2 by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. And this is my second Harry Potter shelf. Here I have 2 more Pop Funkos. I have Newt Scamander and Albus Dumbledore. I also have Harry Potter's wand here on display, another chocolate frog, a butterbeer cup with a fake candle in it, a Gryffindor and a Ravenclaw notebook, a glass that looked very Harry Potter-like in my opinion. It looks like a glass you would find at Hogwarts, and a box of every flavor beans, and this box is what's keeping the books from falling. So here I have the original UK hardback editions of Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince and The Deathly Hallows, and these books are all first editions. The illustrated editions of Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter, the Character Vault, the Harry Potter Film Wizardry, the Case of Beasts, the Film Wizardry of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Tales of Beedle the Bard, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Quidditch Through the Ages, and my paperback set of the entire Harry Potter series. And then here we have my Shadowhunter shelf. First of all, I have this Rune candle and this Nephilim candle by Geeky Clean, and both these candles are from Fairy Loot boxes. And then on to the books. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson and Robin Wasserman. The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan and Maureen Johnson. My entire box set of the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. So City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire, Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, the Waterstones exclusive editions of Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, my paperback editions of the Infernal Devices trilogy, so Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess, my hardback editions of the Infernal Devices trilogy, an illustrated history of notable Shadowhunters and denizens of the Downworld by Cassandra Clare and illustrated by Cassandra Jean, the Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis, and the manga/graphic novel editions of the Infernal Devices, so again Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince and Clockwork Princess. And then on to the next shelf. Here I have some Game of Thrones pop Funkos, so I have Sansa Stark, Jon Snow, Marjorie Tyrell and Daenerys Targaryen. And I also have a little Daenerys Targaryen over here. The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light, all by V.E. Schwab. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. The Dutch editions of A Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. So the Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords, Part 1 and 2, A Feast for Crows, and A Dance with Dragons Part 1 and 2. The illustrated edition of A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, and Insights HBO's Game of Thrones for seasons 1 and 2 and for seasons 3 and 4. On this shelf I have mostly magical realism and some fantasy books. All I Know Now, On the Other Side and All That She Can See by Carrie Hope Fletcher. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. The Weight of Feathers by Anna Marie McLemore. The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey. Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. The Snow Child by Eowyn Ivy. Baker's Magic by Diane Zahler. The Grace Keepers by Christy Logan. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Northern Lights, The Subtle Knife and The Ember Spyglass by Philip Pullman. An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. Eon and Iona by Alison Goodman. A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Wings and Ruin, all by Sarah J. Maas. And Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Here I have some more fantasy books. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising, also by Leigh Bardugo. A pop Funko of Katniss Everdeen in her red dress. The Hunger Games, Catching Fire and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. The Red and the Dawn, The Rose and the Dagger and Flame in the Mist, all by Renee Adier. The Queen of the Tearling and The Invasion of the Tearling by Erika Johansen. The Martian by Andy Weir. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Illumine by Amy Kaufman and Jay Crystal. Americana by Chimamande Ngozi Adichie, and I really hope I pronounced that right. And World Mythology in Bite-Sized Chunks by Mark Daniels. Here I have historical fiction and some leftover fantasy. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. Inherited by Freedom Matthews. Some historical fiction by Simone van der Vlucht. De Lege Stad and Nachtblauw. The Dutch edition of Heideggers Glasses by Thaisa Frank. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hent, Brodie Ashton and Jodie Meadows. Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. Salt to the Sea and Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. The Other Berlin Girl and The White Princess by Philippa Gregory. Rode Sneeuw in December by Simone van der Vlucht. The Dutch edition of The Book Thief by Marcus Suzak. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Outlander, Dragonfly in Ember and Voyager by Diane Gabaldon. Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Roar by Cora Carmack. And Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. On this shelf are my classics and some more contemporaries. How to Think Like Sherlock by Daniel Smith. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Tess of the Dubervilles by Thomas Hardy. Animal Farm and 1984 by George Orwell. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, Pride and Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, The Upside of Unrequited and Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Sáenz, 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, Dear John by Nicholas Sparks, The Sun is Also a Star and Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, Every Day by David Levitin, Holding Up the Universe and All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, Beautiful Broken Things by Sarah Bernard, Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, More Than This and The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness, another Dutch book, Lieveling by Kim van Koten, Vertrouw mij by Elizabeth Berg, An Arc of Frostblood by Ellie Blake, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filler, and The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. This bottom shelf is mostly dictionaries and school books and one fairy loot box, so I'm not going to show you all that because it's not very interesting. And yes, I do own a Bible. I am not religious whatsoever, but I went to a Christian middle school and we all got a Bible when we left middle school. And then this is the last shelf. Here we have another fairy loot box and some random books. Geef me de ruimte by Thea Beckman, The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet by Bernie Sue and Kate Rorick, and The Epic Adventures of Lydia Bennet by Kate Rorick and Rachel Kiley. Bloedgeld by Simone van der Vlucht, Achtergroepers Huilen Niet by Jacques Vriends, Kiwis, Kanjers en Giga Onderbroeken by Louise Renenson, a film version of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, Eliska by Iva Prochka-Skovra, another last name I can't pronounce, Vechten voor Max by Antoinette van Heugden, The Revenge of Prada by Lauren Weisberger, Het Achterhuis, also known as The Diary of Anne Frank, and lastly One Day and Us by David Nichols. I also have this small bookshelf on the other side of my bed, but here I keep most of my university books, so these are all history books because of course I study history, and also some makeup books because I'm really into makeup, so we have some Bobbi Brown books and some books by Lauren Conrad and Love Tanya by Tanya Burr. So yeah, this is basically my non-fiction shelf and it's not very interesting, so I'm not going to show all these books to you. So this was it for my bookshelf tour. Thank you guys so much for watching and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go subscribe or give it a thumbs up because I would really appreciate that. And then hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!